Hi, my name is Peter Fisk, and I'd want to tell you about a fantastic new program from IE Business School. It's called the Global Advanced Management Program. You know, over the next 10 years, we'll see more change than we've seen over the last 250 years. Just think about it. You know, look at the speed of evolution of technology, of artificial intelligence and robotics. Not just digital transformation, but the fundamental new technologies which will change all of our lives. At the same time, as human beings, we see different values emerging in the world. The tension between being global and being local. The tension between individuals and working as a team of people or as a crowd. So the question for you in business is, how will you develop the next generation of your C-suite? Who are the leaders of the business of the future which will take you forward to make sense of that world and to ensure that you're even more successful than today? That's the purpose of the Global AMP. It's for your next T-level people. It's to develop their potential to move from functional managers to cross-functional organizational leaders. To have both the mindset but also the toolkit to be actually able to lead your organization forwards in new ways, new places, with new perspectives. So the program is all about 5 different modules. And what's really different about this is that it starts with the context. It starts with a new world and how that world is driving new opportunities and new challenges. And then it looks in terms of how do you apply that context to the different aspects of business. So we start by looking at world changing. How do you make sense of this new world? How do you develop scenarios? How do you look at the mega trends? How do you understand the tensions and where your business should focus? Then we look at, well, how can you shape markets to your advantage? So given that new world with those host of new opportunities where you could be in any marketplace, you could do anything, what will you do? So think of companies like Alibaba, for example, or Uber or Airbnb. These are companies who've evolved incredibly quickly. They've shaped markets in their own vision, to their own advantage, and they've created enormous amounts of value very quickly. So being able to make the right choices, being able to engage the new consumers, being able to understand business and consumer markets in new and different ways. And then being able to say, well, what is the right proposition and experience which you want to deliver? The third module is then all about saying, how can you be a disruptive innovator? So not just in terms of developing new products or services or experiences, but fundamentally new business models. How can you disrupt marketplaces to do things which only the small companies have done until now? So how can you be the disruptor, not the disrupted? So within innovation, it's all about saying, how can you do things faster? How can you be leaner? How can you make new ideas happen more through experimentation than through long, difficult processes? And as a result of that, how can you really kind of make those ideas spread much faster by using the power of innovation portfolios and innovation multipliers? In the fourth module, it's all about saying, how do you make that happen? So how do you energize your organization in order to deliver this? So what is the right strategy which makes sense of that future? The choices which you're making, the people which you need, the things which you're going to do, the customers you're going to engage, and how will you turn that from value creation into value capture? So what is the right organization for you? Should it be big? Should it be small? Should you partner with new types of organizations? Should you be local? Should you be global? What should you do compared to what should other people do? And how do you energize that organization both structurally and culturally to ensure that it delivers performance today, but it also sustains performance into the future? And through all of those 4 modules, we have the continuing theme of leadership. So what is authentic leadership today? But also, what is amplified leadership, which allows you to extend the capabilities and the talents of your people, which builds capacity across your organization? How do you cope with that enormous amount of change, the enormous amount of opportunities which your business have? So through these 5 modules, we're bringing together the best faculty from across IE Business School and beyond, different perspectives from across the world, different skills, different insights and different tools. And what we'll do is to help you put all of that together into what we call a game changer project. This is your blueprint to take away from each of the different modules and together have a vision as to how would you change your world? When you go back to your business and you're ready to step up to the C-suite, what will you do? What will you say? Instead of just answering the questions you're asked to deliver, how will you ask the right questions? And how will you have new ideas about the markets you should go to, the way you should move forward, the ways to innovate, the new business models you should have, and how you lead and inspire your future generations of people yourself? So that project is very tangible, very practical, and of enormous value back to your organization as well as to the individual participants. And underneath all of that is a personal development plan. So how will you personally take on board everything which you've learned and start to apply that, adapt it in a way which works for you? Think about the style and the skills which you personally need to develop, and how will you have most impact in this organization? We live in this most incredible time, this most exciting time. What you need is to find the best leaders for your organization for the future. And if you're one of those people, what you need is to think in new and different ways. The opportunity to stand back and look at the world and how it's changing, and the opportunity to form your vision as to how you will shape the future of your business. So I hope that you will find Global AMP an exciting and interesting proposition. I hope to see you in Madrid for a fantastic program with all of our faculty, and to look forward to how can you be the disruptor, not the disrupted.